needs a new theme. Moxley! Jon Moxley. It's not good shit, Jon. It's not good shit.
Everything we think is true.
Everything we have ever thought of is
true.
exactly the way we thought it was. Folks, that is right. You know what you're listening to. This is the Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast. We were right. We were right the whole time. Well, maybe not me, but everybody else was right about some things. Folks, my name's Cameron Osborne. This is Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast, the only wrestling podcast hosted by myself and another man across the horn, Mike the Shoot Shepherd.
Beep, beep. Yeah, you said the horn.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep. That being said, let's bury this company. I want that like on a shirt. I want a shirt that says, that being said, ... Let's bury this company, folks. We have such an exciting week in professional wrestling to talk about. We had a takeover for some reason. Although it was just sort of like...
No, but good shit. Good shit, though.
Good shit!
Exactly. But crammed in a very busy...
Put that on a shirt too. Of course, we have all sorts of Jon Moxley news that's happened in the past week.
He's been shooting, brother. He's been shooting.
He's been shooting like nothing else.
I tried to get to him first. But AC Dirt lives in Vegas. He couldn't find him. He couldn't get him.
Yeah. Jericho just got there first, right?
That's all it was. That's all it was,
folks. We have a tweet of the week later. We'll talk about WWE. We have we've got a wrestler of the week. We're putting stuff over. We're doing the whole shebang.
We're doing everything. Mostly everything here.
Mostly everything we've got, folks. Let's kick off with a little bit of NXT TakeOver. I guess this was TakeOver 25.
NXT XXV.
NX baby.
Yeah. Unlike WrestleMania, NXT's not afraid to use numbers or Roman numeral to celebrate things. You know, it's not Vince McMahon thinks it's like an old age. It's like, no, it's a celebration. The fact that you made it this far.
I wonder if there's somebody out there who thinks that WrestleMania 2000 was the 2000th WrestleMania.
Since the life and death of Jesus Christ, there was a WrestleMania.
WrestleMania every year. If Vince McMahon could do anything, if he.
I bet there was some dumb kid's like, "Wow, Dad, they really had to do things." Like, shut up.
And they announced pay-per-view not like obviously a little while ago, but
yeah.
Were you watching this and getting the feeling that maybe this could have been a Toronto thing?
I mean, some of these matches.
Did you see this main event and think to yourself, "Fuck"?
You wanted to be there for that, but who knows? Maybe they got.
Yeah, that's true. First match of the night was Matt Riddle taking on Roderick Strong in a singles match.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Did you notice,
I don't know if they did it for any other match. At the very beginning, like after they did the ring announcements, they did like this little light transition. It was just really cool. I don't know. It was weird, but like it faded onto the crowd, went dark, and then just came down onto the ring, and it was just really, I don't know. It was something little. But
that's pretty cool. Something new,
nifty.
A new production thing. Yeah. I didn't even catch that. I did catch Beth Phoenix on commentary. The other dude wasn't there.
I heard he's gone. I think he's gone now.
Percy, that was his name, right? Yeah,
Percy Watson. Is it Percy Watson? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, so he's gone. Beth Phoenix is in. She's not. It's not the words she says; it's how she speaks. It just doesn't sound natural, you know. Like someone's innocent. It's like, oh, Matt Riddle's have a tough time getting out of this one. I'm like, oh.
Now, do you think we know that?
I like Beth. She's a good person, good wrestler.
Oh, of course. Well, that's not what we're saying. We know that Vince is in the ears of Michael Cole and all them. But do you think how much do you think Triple H is?
I think they get pretty good free reign at TakeOver. Especially a guy like Mauro Ranallo doesn't get told what to do. He always says crazy shit.
Mauro Ranallo's going to say the right thing every time. Like he doesn't need somebody in his ear telling him what to comment on. He's just a good commentator, right?
And fucking the other guy, Nigel, he doesn't need to be. He's always got all his little technical definition medical terms.
The front of the knee, the patella.
The lactic acids are building up.
NXT's just great. And then this whole show is packed full of fucking this is awesome's, fight forevers. Any highlights from this Matt Riddle match for you?
Just fucking great chemistry from these guys. Stiff looking strikes. At one point, Riddle was just kind of on the ropes, and Roddy Strong was just running back and forth, smacking him in the face over and over. Great match though. Good to Roddy Strong hasn't really had a big singles match in a while, so it's good for him. Riddle continues to look good, and he fucking Yeah, has this always been his finisher? The thing he did here, like he puts him in like a tombstone position, but then does like a Styles Clash kind of landing. I forget what they called it.
I'm not sure. I think in the last pay-per-view we finished with that like off the top rope spinny thing.
Oh yeah. He went for that here, but Strong got the knees up. But yeah, he hits a cool move. Good match. Awesome match. Love these guys. Great match.
Fight forever. Great way to open off the show. It seems like every NXT takeover event has an amazing opening match. It seems like every single one.
And this was the only non-title match, but Matt Riddle with a big win here. You know, it's got to put him in line for something. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. All I know is that we'll be at the next show. So anything that, you know.
Yeah.
That's the next opportunity for something to happen, right? Is their next show, and we are that next show.
Yeah, so and from now on, everything we want to be as hype as fuck.
As fuck.
But yeah. Good match, great match, love it.
Good shit.
Yeah, and keep on rolling. We roll right on. Another fucking good match here. We got the ladder match to declare the new NXT Tag Champions after they were vacated. Not due to any other reason, just we got called up. So
I watched a little video package, right, where it showed I guess they were at that point the War Raiders or whomever they were,
the War Raiders.
When they had to relinquish the title, and I thought to myself, have we seen the Viking Raiders on television last 2 weeks?
Yeah, not really. I don't think, have we?
It was really funny to not see them on TV for 2 weeks and then hear them say, "Well, we got called up." And I was just thinking to myself, like, "No, you didn't really get called up."
Yeah. Why not just have them in this match and then, losing a ladder match? It's not like they got pinned or anything.
Why not? They haven't done anything on the main. That wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah,
there were some huge spots in this.
This was crazy.
Kyle O'Reilly put his body on the line more than anybody I've seen in a ladder match.
He was my MVP, and some of these ladder bumps were just like reckless in there. Like the way they just like recklessly would kick the ladder when he's climbing, and he would fall backwards on it and fucking
everything was reckless. He ended up with a bunch of cuts. There was one, I think it was I think the Forgotten Sons were just kind of like going back and forth, hitting other guys with a ladder, and then they do a suplex.
Yeah, and then they just
Orny Loken and Danny Burch go to suplex them, and they just throw the ladder.
Yeah, they didn't even look. It nearly killed I don't know who it was.
Almost
but was on the
smacks Kyle O'Reilly in the face. They just fucking threw it, and the fans are going off.
Oh, they love it. Like they were going all out. Like it was reckless, but it was contained craziness, and like people got hurt, but no one died in there. It was.
Oh yeah, some people got hurt.
I remember another spot for poor Kyle when Wesley Blake had him and he powerbombed him into the ladder while Fish was climbing, and then like Fish fell down on top of him and it all just crumpled up. And I remember Mauro Ranallo went, "Oh my God, they killed Kyle!" That was a great line. And then later on, eventually in the match, the Forgotten Sons henchman Jackson Riker comes out, starts beating the shit out of everyone. He's like a jacked up, tattooed Elias.
This guy's huge.
Yeah, but eventually they all team up on him and they give him a taste of his medicine, bury him under some ladders and shit. And then, so the finish finally comes around. The Forgotten Sons, they're all alone climbing the ladder, but then Angelo Dawkins comes in. He spears Cutler underneath the ladder, and then Montez springboards all the way up to the top of the ladder, knocks Blake off, and grabs the title. So Street Profits are your new tag champs. Good match. Good. They were the ones I wanted to see the win. Good baby face. The crowd loved them. They had all the cups out there. A bunch of section in the crowd had the cups out, so that was fun.
The Street Profits making their NXT Takeover debut, and getting the huge win in what's always been an incredibly strong division.
Yeah, their win felt like the most emotional of the. Like we've seen Undisputed Era, as much as we love them, we've seen them with the titles. Mm-hmm. Lorcan and Burst don't quite have the same personalities, but the Street Profits, I was happy with. It was a nice emotional win for them.
It's a big division to be a part of. So great things coming for Street Profits out of Evolve.
Yeah, is that where they were grown in?
That's where they were grown in. I think WWE has some kind of relationship with Evolve Wrestling.
Yeah, because they've had. I mean, they still do sometimes. I think like guys like Pete Dunne and shit go and wrestle there and other things.
Yeah,
like
they seem to be like the only company that is somehow in with WWE, right? I don't think WWE works with any other promotion.
Yeah, not like where they're like lending talent out and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's weird that I don't know. It's cool.
I feel like the more Triple H takes over control, the more we might see things like that. Like even a WWE guy go to New Japan for a match or two and be sanctioned, and probably not AEW, obviously. But
well, no, I think what we've learned.
But no, there definitely is room for crossovers. Yeah.
What we've learned in the past week is that nothing will truly change until Vince dies.
Yeah, the old man's got to croak.
Like that's what like if nothing else, that's what's become like abundantly aware. Like we've become abundantly aware of.
Yeah, like he could be fucking unable to walk, shitting his pants, but he's still not like so physically disabled, but he won't give up that throne until he's done. But anyway, let's luckily we still got NXT here pushing along. Great shit. Good shit.
Good shit.
That's the new meme, man.
That's the other shirt. That's the other shirt. Just great shit. And then that Vince McMahon devil mask that I also want. Coming up next, match between Velveteen Dream defending his North American Championship against Tyler Breeze making his NXT return.
Yeah, and apparently this is like a full-time return, so this is good. This is where he, he was treated like a top guy in the early NXT. He was fighting for the championship and stuff, and the crowd loved him. So, yeah, Dream. He had his puffy pirate shirt for the entrance there, and some like sparkly gold pants. And
looked good.
Cleopatra.
Looked good. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was like modeled again after someone in particular, but it was just typical flashy Dream. Good shit.
Great shit.
It's gonna be subliminal now. I don't even mean to, but good match, great match. Crowd was into both men. Their styles and personalities mesh well here. They're both kind of like, look at me, I'm the man. And at one point in the match, Dream got a hold of Tyler's cell phone and takes a selfie with him in the title, and they show it up on the big screen. The crowd like that. There was one spot where they were like teasing, like they were gonna give each other a tombstone, and they kept reversing it over and over.
Yeah, that was pretty
cool. I
want
to see someone hit it. I want to see someone take that tombstone from the Undertaker. Like, fuck you. But Breeze ended up bleeding at one point out of his ear, and our boy Nigel was right on that. Like, his equilibrium is he's bleeding internally.
You know what? They said that, and then he did play one where I think Velveteen Dream's up on the rope.
Yeah,
and Tyler Breeze goes to like drop kick, but he's 10 feet away.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a botch or not, but like he just jumped and like missed completely, but then Dream recovered. He just jumped right down, rolled him up, and hit the Dream Valley Driver. And so that was good. But Velveteen Dream does eventually get the win with the purple Rainmaker elbow here. So great title match, great return for Tyler. Happy to see him back here. Happy
to see him back here. Even happier to see the Dream going into SummerSlam. Going into TakeOver Toronto.
TakeOver Toronto. The moose. Did you see the logo? It's just like a big moose like this thing.
No.
It's just like, okay. It's not, I mean, the first TakeOver Toronto didn't have like, it probably had like a maple leaf or something, but it wasn't like a big moose. Anyways.
No, I never saw it. No.
But it's nice to know that we'll get a title match with the Dream there. Whoever steps up to, I don't know. I don't know who's next in line for that. Matt Riddle already fought him once, so I don't know. Maybe they'll go back to that. Well, who knows?
Who knows? What's up next? What's up next on the card? A women's match that we have now.
Yes. Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. Nothing wrong with this match. I like the match, but god damn it, I'm done with Shayna Baszler as champ, man. I need her to drop that title.
How long has she had this thing for now?
Well, she won it, and then she lost it for like a month to Kairi Sane, and then she won it right back.
I don't
know. But combined, she's had it for a long ass time, and I just feel like there's nothing left for her to accomplish. Like she keeps beating all these guys. They build up, they build up Io for a bit. They build up Bianca, and then they all get beat. And now, I don't know. I guess Candice LeRae.
So it sort of seems like in the way of the NXT, you succeed in NXT, and then you win the title, and then you lose the title, then you leave. And right, and I think like in like the NXT women's history, is there anybody beside Kairi Sane who like lost and is still in like didn't move up to the main roster right away?
Not as long as they didn't stick around as long as Kairi. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? Like I think
she lost and then she hung around for like another 6 months.
Like I wonder how that works, right? Like does Vince sort of take whoever he wants, or does he give like Hunter like a time frame, or does Hunter give him a time frame of like give me this person for a year? Because it sort of
probably a
seems
bit
like if Vince doesn't want Shayna Baszler on the main roster, she's not going to go to the main roster. Like, presumably that's how that works, right?
Yeah, I feel like...
Where's Moxley? He could answer this shit for us.
Yeah, like in the case, like guys like Baron Corbin were called up earlier than they needed to be, probably. Mm-hmm. And like Apollo Crews, they have nothing. They still haven't done anything with him.
Because even even NXT like the NXT champs, like not many of them, or I would be curious to see over time how many lost the title and remained on NXT and how long that was kind of for. Right,
yeah,
has somebody ever lost the title and 3 years later they're still on NXT?
Yeah, nothing that extreme.
Yeah,
no.
just curious, right? Because they are two, these are two separate things we're talking about here, right? There's main roster and NXT. You can stay down here. You'll get some good shots down here.
But I don't want Shayna. I don't want Shayna to keep staying down here with this title. That's. But it was a good match, though. I mean, I can't knock her for that. Good match. She's a good heel. Lots of those submissions and limb working.
Candice LeRae came out halfway through to take out the two goons.
Yeah, the goons come out. Candice, she had a kendo stick, so she fucking like broke it over them, just smashed the shit out of them.
See, Candice LeRae should be one of those people. She's in the wings.
I was going to say, I think she might be, like, now that Io's been beaten and Bianca's been beaten, I guess Candice is the only, next to step up maybe, but.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, Shayna does get the win with her submission, and after the match, Io's very angry, so she gets just like I was. So she gets her kendo stick out, she beats the shit out of Shayna's back, and then she hits this awesome-looking moonsault while holding a chair for extra damage. So that was sick.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Shayna's back was welted and bleeding, so good shots. Good shots, Io. Good shit.
Good shit.
There was a quick AEW spotting. Did you see this?
No.
Britt Baker? Dr. Britt Baker was there in the crowd. At one point on camera, they showed Stephanie McMahon, and Britt was sitting just a few seats down.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, she's dating Adam Cole, though, so nothing wrong with her being there. There's a fan. She wasn't trying to pull an Enzo, She was just there.
Yeah. When I see Dr. Britt Baker DMD, I think to myself, she's gonna pull an Enzo.
Yeah, no, she was there. She had her hair down. She looked discreet. She was just herself. But
it's just there supporting a spouse.
Yeah,
that's all it's
in
about.
the main event.
That's all it's about because it's time for the main event. We have Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Takeover defending his NXT championship against Adam Cole. Baby. Boom.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about this one.
Yeah. We'll start with the entrance. Cole had a special little rapper out there spitting some lines.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
I don't remember any of it, but yeah, he was he had it wasn't bad.
Change it up. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But hot damn, what a match. We knew it was going to be good no matter what, but yeah.
I mean, the last one was, right?
Oh, yeah. Last one. What didn't Meltzer give it 5.5 stars?
I think he gave it 5.
Okay. I
don't know if it was 5.5.
Maybe not, but either way, fives.
$5 all around for this guy too. Halfway through this match, I thought to myself, I should be counting all of these near falls. Like, I'm actually curious because the way that these guys can just kind of like those like short energy spurts, then near fall, and fuck, man, how do we hold on to every single one of them?
They're so good. The crowd's into it. They never, they believe everything. They buy into it.
And it's a spot fest. Like this is just, and there's nothing wrong with a super kick.
It's well organized. It's an organized spot fest, and it builds and builds. It starts off a little slow, but then they get crazier and crazier, and by the end of it, they have the crowd in a frenzy. But yeah, they were split, but they definitely seem to be favoring Adam Cole a bit more, even though he's supposed to be the heel. But we wanted to see Cole get the fucking win. At one point, he hit the Panama Sunrise to Gargano on the floor. That was pretty crazy.
That was pretty cool.
And they're still not letting us do regular pile drivers, but you can do a flipping one onto the floor. So
I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Vince probably doesn't know the difference. He's like, I don't know what that's some Japanese move. But yeah, Gargano steals Cole's finisher at one point. He hits the last shot, but Cole kicks out of that. And yeah, this is when we start getting all the kickouts, the crazy. Cole tries to bring a chair into the ring, but the ref stops him. So Gargano hits a suicide dive, knocking the ref out. Adam Cole signals like he's going to bring the Undisputed Era out, but they don't come. It was just a distraction. So finally, Cole hits the Panama Sunrise into the last shot, and then he pins Gargano for the win. So there's your new NXT champion, baby.
Baby. Wow.
Bam.
Wow. This thing just didn't stop.
It just kept going. Like it started and then they accelerated and they just kept going all the way off the cliff.
Yeah, like I almost don't know what to say. I almost don't. You know what? Excuse me. It felt super similar to the last match they had at the Takeover New York.
Yeah,
the 2 out of 3 falls.
This could have been the finish of that match, and we would have been just as happy.
Yeah, would have been just as happy. And man, and like I gotta say this, and I hate to say this, dude, but like this was not a regularly scheduled event. This was meant to happen in Toronto, and somebody out there thought to themselves that, like, oh, shit, we need to put a takeover in there for some reason.
In Connecticut.
Yeah. I wanted to chant Fight Forever, right? I wanted it to be me.
Yeah,
this takeover, so this was the whole takeover, right? This is the type of thing that I would expect WWE to respond to Double or Nothing. This is the type of show where I'd be like, yep, if this was everything, AEW and WWE is going to be close.
Yeah, no, I mean, another brilliant takeover as they are, like top to bottom, not a bad match on the card.
Like every single one.
Yeah,
every single one. And now
the opening match was hot, to the ending match was hot. The crowd never died for anything.
So I just watched this, and then I'm expected to 5 days later watch something from Saudi Arabia. Like, there's no way that I'm going to. You know, you're gonna care about one so much more. You know, it's like, oh my god, we were so hot coming off of this takeover. Now let's watch a match with like 60-year-olds. Again,
yeah, we know why. Yeah,
we know why. All in all, though, one hell of a takeover. I think this was a 5-star match.
Yeah, I'd give it 5.
Give it to
the opening match. I would even say is a 4.5, almost 5-star match. That Riddle Roddy Strong was fucking great. But yeah,
why not? Even the ladder match too.
Yeah, that was great. Fucking
all of them.
At the very end, we got the celebration with the Undisputed Era.
Boom.
On the shoulders. Great match.
Bobby Fish came out in a little shoulder brace. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, a little sling there. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if that's just selling or if he actually got hurt. Who knows? But I don't know. I think let's not worry too much about TakeOver Toronto. They got a lot of time to build a great story, great match in between. Then who knows what's gonna happen?
Oh, we have like 2 months.
Yeah, Fatal 4-Way, Undisputed Era fighting each other for the title.
Oh my God, that'd be huge.
Yeah. I don't know.
That would be huge. No, they couldn't do that to us.
They
couldn't do that to Kyle.
I don't think they could within 2 months.
Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
2 months.
I think
is too
those
short,
two guys need to be on it together. You know.
Yeah, they do need each other a bit more.
Well, Pete Dunne, is Pete Dunne coming here?
Maybe that UK title can show up whenever it wants. You know that's. No, wait, he's not even the champion anymore. That's Walter.
No, I'm saying, you know, is he gonna come over to the main NXT roster?
Yeah, bring him over. Why not? Maybe he can fight the Dream or something, or Matt Riddle. I don't know. Lots of good matchups that could happen.
But now we're at the point where we can start getting excited for it, right?
Yes, because it's officially there's no other things in between.
Exactly. There's no other event, and that's not to say that a championship can't change hands on a normal sort of thing, sure. But
yeah, we got 2 months about to go, so yeah, get pumped,
and that was
four WWE
that was the takeover.
Yeah, that was good stuff. On the quick little thing on the pre-show, they had Ciampa there, and he got all excited. He jumped up on the table, so he must be feeling pretty good. You know, his neck didn't give out. He wasn't wearing a brace.
His head didn't just start flopping around.
Yeah. So there you go. Good to see him. He said he's been like, I don't know, not clear. He's been cleared for like, I don't know, I guess like walking around and moving his head.
Okay. Well, that's a good start, right?
Yeah. No bumps, obviously, anytime soon, but
you can move your head.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
He's no longer the 90s Batman. You can't turn your neck.
He's more like the 2000s Batman.
Yeah, the Christopher Nolan, right? He's the one that made him, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. Should we do a quick Mox talk?
Mox talk! It's the Mox talk of the week. The Mox talk of the week. Okay.
Now we're just
Mox
ripping off our own songs.
We're making our own songs. Well, we just make up our own songs as we go.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah. Mox talk, yes. So, yeah. Pretty much what we were saying. He was on the Chris Jericho podcast. Was just pretty much the big exposure of Vince McMahon is as old and crazy and out of touch as we think he is.
The whole thing was a great listen, kind of front to back.
Yeah, like he puts over like a lot of the talent are good people. Even the writers aren't bad people. They're in such a stupid position and they just don't even need to be there.
And just hearing the stories he has to say about how to get Vince's attention just before the show, and why is this shit happening before the show? Like, you get it. I get it. He was paid if he was actually paid $500 to fucking for that last Shield show, hell yeah, dude, get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much just Barry and Vince, that's all. But we already, he confirming what we already suspected, that, Vince is a loony. He's an idiot.
He's out of touch. The pooper scooper
he's
thing.
Immature.
He loves.
Anytime you see a terrible comedy segment on WWE, that's all Vince.
That's 100% his idea, eh?
Yeah. And then, did you listen to the Wade Keller podcast as well?
I did not know. What happened on that one?
He basically, he talked about the match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania that was shit, and how Brock didn't want to do anything. And
WrestleMania like 31 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he's like, I'll take everything. Like, kill me. You can put me on thumbtacks, all this shit. He's like, nah, we'll get in there, do some suplex, get out of there.
Really?
That was the other. And then the other thing was the Steve Austin podcast. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Oh, so
awkward.
Is Moxley just doing the rounds right now?
Well, he said that, so he's like, all right, this is kind of everything else I need. It wasn't covered on Jericho show. I want to get this all out so I can be done with it and not talk about WWE anymore. So he covers pretty much everything else. But yeah, the Steve Austin podcast and how awkward it was. And how beforehand he told the producers, like, listen, don't ask me about family shit. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to bring other people up that aren't here. And so Steve went for that right away, and it made the whole thing awkward. He just didn't want to answer shit after that.
Wait, I don't get it. Say that again. He just asked him, like... He doesn't want to talk about his family.
Like, Dean's had, like, a weird childhood. Like, obviously some bad shit happened. And so, like, before he was going on the Steve Austin podcast. So it was, like, filmed and shown on the WWE network.
Oh, okay.
So it was, like, a live thing. And he just told producers, like, hey, just don't ask about family shit. I don't want to bring that up. They're not, I don't know, whatever.
Weird.
And that was, like, one of the first things Steve went into. So then it just made Dean all awkward for the rest of the... I don't know. Anyways.
Weird.
That was the other thing he talked about.
Okay.
So that was Moxley.
Way to go, Mox. Way to go, Mox. Also, way to go, Jon Moxley, IWGP US champion.
Yeah, I just watched this match today. Did you watch this as well?
I also just watched it. I watched it like literally right before we started recording.
Yeah. This is a good match. They fucking go into the crowd. Juice Robinson did some crazy jump. Like, he was climbing up the stairs onto the, like, right in front of the screen above the entrance, and, like, did a crazy flip and, like, barely got caught. And
yeah, he overshot him. He overshot him a little bit.
Good height, though. Juice got busted open at one point. He was leaking some juice.
Mm-hmm.
Tables. But fucking Dean, he debuted his new... First, he hit the regular Dirty D's double arm DDT, but Juice kicks out. So Moxley picks him up and hits the Death Rider, which is like an even better.
That looked way better.
Yeah, that's like I don't know if...
And you know what? That's the type of move that you can sell. See, you can't sell a Dirty Deeds just because, like, your body is kind of, like, curled up, you know?
It's like a cannonball. You're just like, boop.
But you can sell something where you're kind of you're in the fucking air, and then, to spike your head.
Yeah, such a little thing, but it looks so much better. So hopefully that's his new... He doesn't even have to do it every time. Like, he can still win with the Dirty Deeds, but then that can be like a super finisher to
the super finisher, because he doesn't have a he pulled out at one point he had Juice Robinson in a figure 4 leg lock against the ring post, and Dean's never had a submission move either. Besides the Dirty Deeds, that's always just sort of been the last thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had his, he's not wearing the jeans and the tank top. That's Dean Ambrose. He's gone back to his more classic wrestling gear, Moxley attire.
New look, yeah.
Yeah, so good shit. The Death Rider. That's his new nickname, I guess. I like it. So he won the IWGP US title. So maybe he'll defend that on AEW, or who knows how long he's going to have that. But
they keep saying that AEW and New Japan don't have a working relationship. They keep saying that.
Yeah, but then they keep working together.
Well, I think the deal
But
is right. I think the deal is right now. Like what I heard about this is that Jon Moxley had figured out like some New Japan dates prior to AEW.
Okay.
And when it comes to Jericho and Moxley, Tony Khan and the management team at AEW has said that their performers can kind of do whatever the hell they want before they go to television. So
okay.
So
yeah,
come
basically
television
until the fall. Yeah, or whenever they debut.
Exactly. Yeah, sense. I think New Japan knows that they have him until the fall, or they can potentially have him and Jericho until the fall. So so we expect to see, we'll have to see more Mox, more of the Mox.
Yeah. So he can hold on to that title for a couple months, maybe defend it at All Out or something. I don't know.
I know. I don't think you can defend. I think because that's a New Japan title. You don't think they're gonna
have even though you don't think he'll bring
I wonder.
I think he'll still be champion by that time. He has a chance to still be champion. I don't know.
That is a good point, right?
Like the AAA titles were on there, and they're not part of AEW. So.
But I think those two, they work together.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all up in the air.
Right,
we'll
because I think for New Japan, because New Japan has a thing with Ring of Honor, right? And they every time they release a message, it's like we want to keep our Ring of Honor type relationships strong, right? Because they can't, if they just side with AEW and then Ring of Honor has to side with AEW, then I think it's a whole politics mess at that point.
Yeah, fuck them.
At that right? But yeah. So who knows?
All right.
We do have a Dominion coming up soon. I think we have. That's the Okada Chris Jericho match.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. And who's facing what's his name? Jay White. I forget. I haven't looked at the card.
I don't know, but Jay White will probably be there. Fucking, Ibushi's probably going to be there. Naito's probably going to be there.
All
those fun guys. And that's this week's Mox Talk.
Yeah, Mox Talk / New Japan whatever.
There you go.
AEW. Yeah, there we go. All right.
There you go. Okay, it's about time. There's our reviews. Let's look into the future. Let's look into let's look into what's coming up. What's coming up next? What's coming in hot? We're always going to start. We're going to hit up the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. We're going to have the tweet of the week right now, of course. One of arguably the most prestigious title in Shoot Brothers podcasting, right? Whoever is carrying this title week to week carries a burden. Mm-hmm. Carries a certain burden of expectation. So this week's winner is the classic reply to another tweet. When the WWE Twitter account tweeted out, the SmackDown Women's Champion, it's Bayley, is scheduled to join Alexa Bliss on a Moment of Bliss this Tuesday. At It's Me Bayley responded with, I'd like to talk about having matches with Ember Moon, You Only Live Once, Mickie James, Carmella, and building our SmackDown division.
Yeah.
And guess what they did not talk about? Ember Moon,
any of those,
Liv Morgan, Mickie James, Carmella, or building the SmackDown division. Bayley, you are this week's tweet of the week champ.
That a girl.
First female champion. Unlike,
this is an intergender title.
This is an intergender title. I just want that to be known. Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast is open to all forms of shoot.
Oh yes, of course.
all forms of shoot. That was our tweet of the week, though. I think. It's about time, because remember, we're going to Saudi Arabia for some reason next week.
Yes.
So we have to build that.
For the sake of timeline, there was one thing that happened before Raw, but they showed it on Raw. But we had a 24/7 title change for the first time on social media, I guess.
Yippee!
R-Truth and Carmella are at the old golf course trying to relax. When Jinder Mahal shows up, gets the quick roll-up, title change, but Truth rolls him right back up and gets the title back. And then they escape in the golf cart. So Truth pads his stats. Jinder gets a useless title and reign as well. So
wow. And, your career's on the up when you get a quick 24/7 title victory.
Man, That was one other thing from the Ambrose Wade Keller podcast. He was like, man, some people at WWE, they're happy. Like R-Truth, man, that guy's never in a bad mood. And it's true. Like you can give him anything, and he'll just make it.
Sure, but I think Well, I think R-Truth's about the entertaining aspect of it.
Yeah, like he's a good wrestler too, and once in a while,
of course, that's all part of it. But
he's all fun and games. Like, oh yeah, Vince, Poopa Scoopa, yeah, that's gonna be hilarious.
I'm a Poopa Scoopa.
Yeah, but on to the real.
Real thing. Monday Night Raw live from somewhere close to the Undertaker, because he's going to show up apparently. Will he close the show? Actually, I don't know. Will he close the show? And I think there's still more show. And I ask myself, is the show over? I don't know. We're going to find out those answers too. Super soon. Roman Reigns kicks off this week's Monday Night Raw because he's a wild card or something.
He's on SmackDown supposedly. So
it doesn't matter. Before he can say anything though, Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre come out because I didn't know. Did you know Shane McMahon and Roman Reigns have a match in Saudi Arabia for some reason?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were to picture your favorite WrestleMania ever, would a show that is on par with that WrestleMania feature a match between Roman Reigns and the hairy tomato boy man?
I mean, not in its current iteration. It would have to have some meaning to it. If they made a crazy gimmick match, they could probably make it work. But right now, it's got nothing going for it. I just don't care about it.
Yeah, just nothing. Reigns says something about, stop talking, Drew or something like that. And then Drew McIntyre tells us that he's like, at Stomping Grounds, I'll take you on. But for now, you'll take on Shane. And I'm like, wait, what? Can you announce your own match like that?
Well, I guess if he's buddies with Shane, he can.
Oh, my God.
This all leads into a tag match of Drew McIntyre and the Revival versus Roman Reigns and the Usos.
The Revival attacks Roman Reigns at some point, and I'm thinking to myself, this is how you book a fucking match. Get one guy, get two guys attacking him, and then get two more guys to defend him. Suddenly, you've made yourself a 3-on-3 tag match, and you didn't even fucking try. It's like you just pulled it out of the air.
Yeah, man. The Revival, they're gooning it up for Shane as well now, just like Drew. So Roman and Usos, they got that blood, Samoan cousin blood.
Dynasty.
So, But Shane O'Mac, he gets involved here, and the ref tries to distract, but I guess he does distract. Roman leaves and goes after Shane, so this allows Drew to hit Uso with the Claymore for the win. And then after the match, the heels beat down on Rowan some more, and then Shane hits a spear, mocking Roman.
And he gives him the hoo-ah, the baby face is left looking sad. You know what? At least throwing in the Revival into this, at least the Revival is an actual tag team.
Yeah, they got to get a win here.
Along with the Usos are an actual tag team. I mean, so long we've seen opening segs like this that are just Drew McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley against three people for some reason, like not tag wrestlers against other not tag wrestlers is really not entertaining tag wrestling. And I don't know why they keep going to it, right?
They do it every week.
They do it every single week.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows what the heck's going to happen? Way to go, McMahon. Way to go. I mean, Roman's probably going to win, right?
Yeah, he's just like, I just want to get this over with.
Yeah, let's preview Saudi Arabia as we go so we don't have to linger on it at the end, because of course there is a Raptors game later on, so I think we have to priorities.
All right, let's get Miz TV's up next. He brings out his guest Seth Rollins. They talk about Brock and Heyman and how they promised that Lesnar would be cashing in tonight, but Seth is like, Lesnar might not even show up here, and Heyman doesn't always tell the truth, so I'm focusing on Super Showdown against Baron Corbin. And during that promo, we see Lesnar and Heyman arrive in their vehicle, and they got the briefcase. But it wasn't a boombox this week. It was back to a normal briefcase. What was the point?
Yep.
I don't know.
What was the point?
Yeah, they walked towards the curtain, but not yet. They decided to hang out backstage for a bit.
You know what? Brock Lesnar teasing to cash in on a show where they told us he was going to is just about the most, creative thing the creative team does. That's just so exactly what the creative team's doing right now. It's just the perfect example if you'd be like, hey, man, what's the weirdest thing that you saw this week? It was like they teased it after they told us he was going to do it.
Yeah. And no more boombox. What the fuck?
And no more boombox. You got rid of the one
best
thing
about it.
That
Everyone
was the
loved
best
it.
part about it.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
Vince McMahon doesn't get it. He's like, you look like
Spike. No, you're not a baby face.
Why do you look like Spike Lee?
Man. Then,
so
Lucha Party.
We'll see more of Brock later. I'm sure, because why not? Let's give him $1 million to. What did Mox say? He was like, just give Brock millions of dollars to ruin your company. I think that was the exact quote. Next up, though, we do have another wild card coming over. Lars Sullivan taking on he attacks the Lucha House Party because they also have a match or something.
Yeah. 3-on-1 handicap match on Friday. They all just kind of brawl here, and Lucha's hit a triple drop kick to knock him out of the ring, and he just walks away angry.
Okay.
But he did. Yeah. Then we go backstage to the Iconics. They're just kind of laughing at Nikki Cross for looking all sad, and I don't know, they do some dog barking thing. I don't know. Alexa Bliss shows up and starts being nice to Nikki again, and Nikki's like, I don't care what you've done in the past. You've only been kind to me, so they're friends. It's all cute.
That's nice.
Like,
that's nice. Everybody needs a friend. Everybody in WWE needs a friend, so they can eventually turn on you.
But Bliss is like, because we're friends, I'll be in your corner tonight for your match against Peyton. So, how nice. But sticking with the women here, the man, Becky Balboa, she comes out next. She's
Was that a shirt, or did you just make that up?
No, she said it once a couple years ago.
I thought you made it up.
I'm sorry. She didn't make up Balboa either. But she talks. She wants to make some change in the crazy schedule, and she has not been home for 60 days straight. But she doesn't want to be content. That's how you get beaten, and she can't let that happen. She's all pissed off, and she wants to fucking, she wants Lacey Evans again. And speak of the beautiful angel, here she is. Lacey Evans comes out
with ring gear, so something's gonna happen.
Yeah, she may have blonde hair, but don't confuse her with Charlotte Flair. Becky is not in her head, and she's not to be messed with. So, she knows she got beat at Money in the Bank, but she's also the reason Becky lost her other belt. So she's vowing to become that champion. And then fucking who invited Charlotte? She comes out next.
Wild card, bitches!
Are we at like 4 wild cards right now? I literally can't keep track.
Yeah. So Charlotte's just like, enough excuses. I still beat you, Becky, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, where's your title now? Ha! So Lacey tells Charlotte to hush, a little peacock daddy's girl. Blah, blah, blah. Eventually,
there was a lot of blah blah blah. We're getting the match.
Eventually, it leads to a match.
that's what pretty much that's what you're trying to say, Mike. We have someone in red gear and someone in blue gear, and eventually those two people are going to have a match. That's just how this works. Charlotte Flair, Lacey Evans, which in like an alternate universe could be a potentially exciting #1 contender type of thing. Like I'd like to think there's like an alternate universe somewhere out there. Where, these two women were being built up separately, and then this feud led to,
Yeah, I mean, this had nothing on the line, really.
Both clearly people that that the creative team is super fond of, right? I mean, we saw Lacey Evans for months without seeing her wrestle, and now we see Charlotte Flair, like twice a week, guaranteed.
Yeah, she's on every fucking show. They have a decent little match, but eventually Becky's had enough of just watching at ringside. She gets involved and causing the DQ, and she hits her new finisher again, the manhandle slam.
I caught it. I caught it this year. I caught it this week.
Yeah, so it's it's not a bad move. It's kind of like a rock bottom type thing.
Well, yeah, I think everyone needs to have like at least one like move finisher or like one slam finisher and one submission finisher.
Yeah, it's good to have a couple.
You gotta have a variety. Things. I would love it if people just had a lot of great looking moves and then use them interchangeably.
Yeah, no, guys like AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan have like 3 or 4 finishers. It's great.
Why not? And then you can have the one that's even more like impressive than all the other. The
Death Rider,
the one-winged angel, right? It's
exactly. Where it's over
because you can keep hitting like Okada Rainmakers, But then there's then there's going to be the one that's going to get you, like the massive one.
Yeah.
Did you also notice? I think someone this was in the Takeover. Mauro Ranallo. Someone did a V-trigger, and he called it a V-trigger.
Oh yeah.
They usually call it a ripcord knee, but I think it was Matt Riddle.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah,
too.
Matt Riddle with the fake trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait for us to be chanting "Mamma Mia." Every time they were chanting "Mamma Mia" during the pay-per-view, I was chanting it to myself. I was like, "Mamma Mia." That's gonna be the best part of the night, just to chant "Mamma Mia."
It's gonna be the whole night.
Yeah.
And you get a bonus. You get fucking, they tape a week's episode of NXT before the show, so you get like an extra 2 matches.
Extra 2 matches? That's an extra 3 beers right there.
Yeah, boom! There you go.
Boom, baby.
Boom.
Boom. Oh, yeah, I have to get my shirt. I gotta get my Bebe shirt.
Yeah, you gotta, come on soon.
God.
All right.
I gotta start growing out my hair. I just cut it. I just cut my hair. I was gonna get all greased up and be Adam. God damn it. We're moving on. We're moving on through the show. We're moving on to news about the U.S. Championship, though.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio, he hurt himself like 2 or 3 weeks, I guess however long ago it was now.
Money in the Bank, yep.
Yeah, so he cuts a promo. He talks about his son Dominic training to be a wrestler like him, and he wants to set an example, do the right thing as a champion. But before he can finish, Samoa Joe comes out. He says it's a lie. Rey isn't injured. He never beat Joe. His shoulders weren't down during the pin, which was technically true, but Rey's here. He's like, yeah, Joe, you know what? I'm here to relinquish the title to you. So he just lays it down in the ring. And then, he goes to leave, but Joe locks Rey in the Coquina clutch and picks up his new U.S. title. So not the regular vacancy where they just vacated. He gave it right back to Joe. So
gave it right back to him. You know what? This was great. This felt super old school. Just the honorable face and just being cut down and not letting up and constantly teasing Dominic.
We're waiting. I know
we're waiting for Dominic.
I want Dominic. I want to see Dominic. I know. Even if he's, I don't know. I'm hoping he's not terrible.
If Dominic wins the 50-man over the rope battle royal.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
And then Nicholas Coates shows up behind him. Nicholas is back.
The Nicholas and Dominic team up. Future champs. Coming up next, 2 people who probably won't be future champs. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And Braun Strowman taking on Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, an arm wrestling
match, which is we haven't seen one of these in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's been years. I mean, they bring this gimmick out once in a while, but they prepare to start, and Lashley just slaps Braun in the face, gets him all riled up, and all the shenanigans. Eventually, they do have the match. They bring in some chalk. Strowman gets the win, but afterwards, poor loser Lashley throws some chalk in his eyes and power slams, steals his move.
The running power slam.
Yeah. I wanted, when Lashley was chalking up his hands, I was hoping he was going to do the LeBron and just but he didn't. Does LeBron even do that anymore? Is he too old for that? Yeah. Grow up, LeBron.
Grow up, LeBron. This felt weird. Because this time last year, Braun Strowman was getting pumped up to win the Greatest Royal Rumble. So it seems a little weird that he's kind of this time last year.
Is he
a year later? Mediocrity.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Is he fighting Lashley on Friday? Is that a match? I don't even
know. That is the match. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why they did this, right? All right. Right on to the next shit. Nikki Cross here. This is Nikki Cross versus Peyton Royce. Nikki has Alexa Bliss in her corner, like we said earlier. Decent little match. Nikki's bleeding from the mouth at one point, so she must have taken a little good shot in the gob. But
good shot. Okay, that was pushing it. That was pushing it.
During the match, Alexa, she has her coffee brought out to her again, which distracts Peyton. She's like, "Coffee! Coffees!" So Alexa flicks some at her, and she kicks it out of her hand, spills it all over the place. And then Billy Kay pushes Bliss over in the coffee puddle. And Alexa was wearing these nice white pants, which are now totally ruined. And she's just sitting there in the puddle, just shocked. But after all this coffee nonsense, Nikki Cross is able to hit her hanging neck breaker for the win. And nice little push for her. I'm liking the storyline still with Alexa. They're actually doing shit week to week and following it up. So this is good. But after the match...
They're actually doing shit week to week, comma, and following it up.
Yeah, like this is a storyline. Like how often does
this happen? How often does this happen? Oh my God.
So of course after the match, Bliss is all pissed about her pants, so she drop kicks Billy and she hits her DDT, and then Nikki raises Alexa's arm and she's like, "We won!" So yeah, I love it. I love this team.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, the wacky pairing of these two might just work. Eventually, hopefully there's a payoff. You know, it'd be great to see, these two take on these two.
Yeah. I think,
is that the payoff?
I'm hoping for, like some people are thinking Bliss is going to turn heel eventually, but I'm hoping that all this, Nicky ends up warming her heart and she ends up becoming a good person after all, at least for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Where she like comes out to save Nicky sometimes when Nicky's in trouble and things like that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
All right. Up next, we have the Beast Slayer, Seth Rollins. He's coming out. He's cutting his promo here about, he's the Universal Champ. I'm back, and I got a target. Then Brock Lesnar comes out, or his music plays, but he doesn't come out, so mind games. But Rollins is all pissed off, so he's like, come on, cash in. And then Corbin comes out. He cuts his stupid promo.
Why?
I don't know. He has to,
I don't get it. He has to be on television? Like, there's
so
no other way.
Yeah.
It's a wild card rule. We can get literally anybody we want from any WWE employee can transfer brand to brand, but it has to be Baron Corbin.
Yeah, so he's here. Him and Seth start brawling a bit, and then Lesnar's music plays. He comes out, him and Heyman, and they got the ref. Lesnar kicks Seth in the balls, and he starts beating him up with the chair, hits the suplexes, then an F5 outside the ring, and more chair shots. He bends the shit out of the chair. He cuts open Rollins' shoulder. And then Heyman's just begging Brock to cash in the contract, but Brock's just not.
Friday!
More damage.
Friday!
Yeah. So he tells Heyman Friday, and he does some more, and then he's Finley. Our boy Finley comes out.
So is it going to happen on Friday then? Is that what that means?
I don't know. Probably not.
Oh, my fuck.
I mean, he'll probably show up there just so we can get the paycheck. But they'll tease a cash in. Who knows if he'll actually cash in.
So when's it going to happen?
I don't know. SummerSlam.
I'd be sick.
Maybe.
Well, because I'm sure Brock Lesnar, he's worked 3 weeks straight now. He doesn't want to have to keep doing this, right? So it's going to have to end
let's get this damn
eventually.
briefcase out of here. Yeah. I don't think it'll go till next year or anything like that, the briefcase. But who knows? They do the whole stretcher job at the end with Seth Rollins, and Fit Finley's there to help him. And Becky Lynch jumps in the ambulance with him for all the, that's his girlfriend. We have to tell you every week now.
That's girlfriend. Tell you every week now. Who do you have for this match? Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin. Who do you have?
Oh, hopefully Seth, for God's sakes. Come on.
I'm just asking. I mean, I also think so.
I mean, Seth with a potential cash in, but who knows?
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, if Brock has it, it's like we can assume he's going to be the next champ.
Yeah. Last time they were in Saudi Arabia, Baron Corbin did attack, I guess it was Strowman to screw him over and help Brock win the title, so who knows? That could happen again. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully not. But
yeah, no, that's a good point. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. On to the very special episode of Firefly Funhouse.
Firefly Funhouse. This was my favorite by far. This was by far my favorite.
Bray, he's got something serious to talk about this week. It's exercise. And he's all dressed up in his gym gear with his sweatband and his fanny pack. And we got a new friend, Huskus the pig boy. He doesn't take good care of himself, and he's got a German accent. Like, I want more chocolates.
This was 100% Tim and Eric.
I was gonna say, we thought it was Tim and Eric before. This was not even this was like a complete ripoff of the do guy.
The do.
Think about your dad. Everything, down to the
Don't
background, the rhythm.
It spoiled me. Do. This was 100% that. Yeah,
100%. It was still great. He was, we had a Vince McMahon puppet show up with devil horns. He comes in the door. What are you doing in here?
I'd love that.
Yeah, it's a great segment with the music video. And then, did we get? Oh yeah, we kind of got a brief little glimpse of the Fiend during the music video, but no, still waiting. I'm still waiting for that live appearance.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that
live
appearance.
As great as these segments are.
No.
Yeah,
they can't hold it on. They can't hold it on.
He better be here by then. Yeah. So these segments are great, but I want to fucking see him wrestle now. Come on.
But at the same time, you're scared because as soon as it comes up, what if it all just goes to shit, right?
I don't know. That's all you can say.
That's all we can say.
Yeah.
After that special episode of Firefly Funhouse, we have a face-to-face. Triple H and Randy Orton. So in the wrestling world, face-to-face means, I guess you talk about your match. It's like a press conference, but there's no press.
contract signing without the contract.
Contract signed without the contract. So first off, I think Triple H comes out first, and he's wearing the corporate Triple H. So we know. I was hoping for jeans, leather jacket Triple H, but
he's not that serious.
He's not that serious about this match. Randman, of course, coming out with his trunks and his sweater his
vest,
hoodie vest.
He loves that thing. He
loves that thing. Does Randy?
I bet when he packs, he's got like a dozen of them, just all nicely folded.
Randy Orton probably does. Does he even have like that second outfit?
All of trunks, like his trunks,
or just like fuck. I feel like everybody has like a second. You see everybody. You've seen everybody in a second outfit. Like Kevin Owens in jeans, or like Sami Zayn in jeans. You've seen one time.
Oh yeah, and when he comes,
does Randy Orton have a second outfit that he wears?
I don't know. Not really.
I can't.
I mean, there's been times where he's been dressed up, but not in the last couple of years. That's for sure. But crowd was chanting NXT when Triple H came out. But yeah, even Triple H acknowledged the suit. He's like, "Hey, it's been a while. Don't let the suit fool you. I'm gonna kick your ass." And Randy says something about Triple H retrieving his balls from Stephanie's purse, and then Triple H talks about his big balls being such a burden to carry. So I don't know. It got a little weird.
A lot of ball play going on here.
Yeah, he's like, you would know about that because you never had any. So see you in Jeddah, Randy. And that was the big build for the it's supposed to be a non-sanctioned big grudge match, and they don't even seem like they care.
They're both when when they're both just in it for the paycheck. Yeah. Well, I guess Triple H has to be there.
Yeah, but he's like, well, now I can get paid as a performer and a producer, and so I don't know, double paycheck.
Yeah, didn't feel hype exactly, but who knows? Let's see if something happens.
It'll be what it is. It'll be okay.
We have, I guess, what is the main event of the night,
wrestling-wise.
I guess. Ricochet and Cesaro for their, I guess.
This is more continued storytelling between. I mean, this is a case, like we said, where you don't mind seeing the rematch because they've each won one now, and
this is their third straight. I guess the rubber match, as they call it.
Yeah. Ricochet versus Cesaro. So, an actual feud that I don't mind seeing repeats of. These two waste no time. They got good chemistry, lots of quick little move sequences, reversals, all this crazy shit. Can't even keep up with all of it. Good match. I'd love to see them have a pay-per-view match, so no commercials in between to disrupt the flow. But Ricochet eventually does get the win after all these crazy reversals into a roll-up. But after the match, Cesaro attacks him, and he goes under the ring, pulls out a table. But hiding on the other side of it is R-Truth. He's been hiding there all night, just on this table. So Ricochet drop kicks Cesaro, then Carmella comes out and escapes with Truth. The parade of jobbers surround him, and they all slip out.
Oh my god! I saw No Way Jose and got sad.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still trying. Even this title's way too high for him. Out of his league.
See, okay, now and this is the only thing I was thinking about, like the Mox Man's interviews, is that yeah, I guess there has to be a chunk of people on the roster who actually do not care about wrestling and do not care about maybe storytelling and do not care about character development and do not care about, where's the point where the money, you take the money, right? Where's that point? Yeah. You're No Way Jose. You love wrestling. How much more money?
He's not making enough money, I guess.
Because think about it. If you're making how little money do you have to make to accept a No Way Jose type of role? I mean, he's maybe making $70K a year.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have to do much.
Kind of like an accountant. I bet he's like a house show guy. I would hate to go to a house show because I feel like house shows are just jobbers.
But little kids would be into it. They don't know any better. They'll just see him dancing and be like, hey, no way, Jose, no.
That's part of the problem, though. Why do you assume the children...
That's why I don't pay for house shows.
Why do you assume the children also have, are Spanish?
Oh, it's a wide demographic.
But you're saying, no.
Why do you assume that my voice is Spanish?
Because I think you were trying to do Spanish.
No, I was just saying, I was just being a little kid, a prepubescent child. Could have been a boy, could have been a girl, could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Could have been a grown man with
Could have been your main event, I guess. Sure. So Raw's gonna end. It's Undertaker. Bong bong song.
Bong.
I think it was. I think it was a. I have it written down here. It was a. Oh, hold it close for suspense. 4 minutes and 13 second. From the first dong. To when then he started talking. So big ol' entrance for
longer than the promo, I would say. His quick promo, he just talks about, dark souls and coming face to face with death. And Goldberg, this Friday, you will find out. And he doesn't want the family man. He wants the unstoppable, the mythical icon Goldberg. Bring any less, and their first match will be your last. And that's the end.
Okay, sure. I mean, I don't.
20 years ago, it would have been a great.
Yeah, see, here's
match.
the thing. They're trying to build a match that I don't know if anybody wants to see.
Except for the Saudis. They paid for this.
Except
like,
for,
give me
the
Goldberg!
Saudi Arabian royalty. But it's hard to sell me on a match between The Undertaker and Goldberg. Like, there's not much you can say. So maybe just by saying nothing, they're like, dude, you're going to have to sit and fucking watch it anyways.
Yeah.
So we're not going to tell you.
I have a small amount of intrigue. Like, I don't think it'll be a great match, but there's a small intrigue just to see what's going to happen.
We should take a bet. How short do we think it's going to be? That's what I'm wondering.
I think under 20.
Maybe
even.
You think that's going to be that's not going to be the main event of
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be the main event, but I don't think you can get a 20-minute match out of these two guys. 15 is pushing it, maybe 12 minutes.
I was thinking like 12 minutes. Yeah. 8.
Like it can't be a squash, obviously, but 10, 12 minutes is all you need. They'll hit their big spots. Don't let it go on too long.
Who goes over?
Maybe. Probably The Undertaker, because he's a WWE guy.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point.
If it doesn't really matter either way.
So this
if
I
Goldberg
think
wins,
the last 3 shows he was on were all Saudi Arabia shows, I think.
Who?
Undertaker. So we had this one. The last show he was on was Crown Jewel. And then before that, the last time we saw him, was it Cena at Mania or was it another Saudi Arabia show? Because I know he took Rusev on in Saudi.
I feel like he did a couple. I forget when it was, but he came back and did. I don't know.
Okay.
Didn't he tag up with Kane for a bit? I forget.
That was that was the Saudi show. He never had a match.
Oh yeah,
he showed up a couple times to promote the match.
He teased Elias that one week too, and that never happened.
Yeah, match never happened. No.
Yeah, but anyways.
Way to go, Undertaker. Make that nut, baby. Make that nut.
Ching chang. I did hear a late minute rumor that apparently Natalya and Alexa Bliss are on the flight. There's rumors that they might have one women's match on the card.
No shit.
Rumors. But I would assume that they probably would be like, the only thing you'd see is their face and maybe their hands. They would have like full body suits on.
Right, like hair in a ponytail.
Yeah. Because one time they did, it was some other country. Sasha Banks fought Alexa Bliss in like, I don't know.
Okay.
Some other country. Similar, and then they had the full bodysuit gear on rather than the regular. And the crowd loved it. They were like, man, this was so awesome getting to see women wrestlers. And yeah, so who knows? That's just a dirty rumor. So let's see if it happens or not. Dirty Saudi money.
I mean, I guess hopefully, right?
Yeah, just to get them on the card so it's not, I don't know, fucking. Either way.
Hopefully, yeah.
That's Raw.
It's hard to tell. Folks, that was Monday Night Raw. God, we got through it with like 2 matches. Oh my God.
One was good.
One of these days, dude, one of these days, we're going to go by the numbers. Weekly segment, just a number of something. It could have been, this week, it could have been how many kickouts there were in that Gargano-Adam Cole match. Eventually, it could be like how many times somebody says this. But there's going to be a segment. But for this week on Monday Night Raw, it would have been how much original shit was happening. Like how much live shit was happening.
Yeah.
How much non-replay, non-promo thing, or like, promotional video.
Yeah.
One of these days. New segments, folks. New segments are coming out all over the place. Let's just keep going. What do you think?
Are we going to do trivia?
I think we should just jump straight into trivia. We got some SmackDown, right. And we're...
Give me like a 30-second break here. 30-second.
We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back, folks.
Trivia. Woo! Trivia.
All right. Okay, Mike, I didn't have much time, so I actually only have one trivia question for you this week.
All right. Excuse me.
How many do you have? You probably have a whole cornucopia of fun.
No. I've got like 2 questions, but one of them has like multiple answers, I guess, kind of. So, yeah.
God, Mike, you're so good at this. Fuck. Okay. Well, how about let's sandwich mine with you'll give me a question,
All right.
then we'll go back for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, my first one's a simple one here. We're on because of NXT Takeover weekend. I got NXT trivia here, so
Yay.
this was the 25th takeover ever. But do you know what the main event was for the first NXT Takeover?
Main event for the first NXT TakeOver. Okay, let's bring ourselves back. Let's bring ourselves back to something circa 2014-ish, let's say. That's when I think it happened. Now I'm going to say it was probably a main event for a title match, and I think the first NXT champ. Fuck. I thought I heard somebody say the first NXT champ was Seth Rollins. So I'm going to say it was a match between a guy like Seth Rollins and maybe somebody else, a Neville type. Neville.
Well,
Final answer.
You're on the right track. I mean,
okay.
You were right about Seth Rollins being the first NXT champion.
Okay.
For the first little while, NXT was just weekly television, so there weren't takeovers. So that's where the trick was. So by like the fifth champion was when they first got takeovers. So
right.
The main event of the very first takeover was Adrian Neville defending his NXT title against Tyson Kidd.
Oh shit. Okay. I was in the right. I feel like I was in the right
you
area.
were following. Yeah. It was. But now that they have takeovers consistently, not as many. Or that's where all the big title changes happen most of the time. But before, it was just weekly television. Any week it could happen. You never knew what was going on.
That's a good point.
Anyways, there you go.
Okay, I got a question for you here, Mike. It's the old pick one of four type of thing.
Okay.
So Moxley won a championship in his New Japan debut. Very first New Japan match, and he won a championship. My question for you is, which of the following WWE people, wrestlers, superstars, did not win a title in their WWE debut? Okay. So you got it. So similar to Mox, but just on this side of the ocean. Okay, here we go. So first off, we have Big Show, Christian, Chris Jericho, or Ted DiBiase Jr.
All right. So some I know, Christian, I'm pretty sure he won the light heavyweight title on his first thing. Big Show, Jericho. Who was the last option as well?
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Okay, I feel like he might have won the tag titles. I'm going to say Jericho.
Jericho, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Did Big Show win the WWF title, or what was his?
It was the WCW World Title.
Or WCW, okay. Yeah, so I was all right, yeah.
Yeah. You got it. You got it, bud.
All right. So, right before this NXT takeover, we saw the Viking Raiders vacate their NXT tag titles upon being called up to the main roster.
Mm-hmm. Very sad.
Before this, for no reason really, but there have been 3 other times in NXT where a championship has been vacated. So can you tell me who and which title?
Wait. So name you the 3 times.
3 other times that someone had to vacate the title due to various reasons.
Okay. So I think Asuka had to relinquish her women's title.
Yeah, that's one.
That's one. Due to injury, I believe.
And that was her 510-day reign that was never undefeated, never lost in NXT, but injury caused her to lose.
Which really is like the best way you can lose, really.
Yeah, I mean, go out without,
You go out without having to go out. Yeah. God, I don't even know where to think about other people. I'm gonna, probably more injury type stuff.
Think recently.
Okay.
For one of these answers.
Recently. Ciampa, Tommaso Ciampa, I guess.
There you go.
Is number 2.
Yeah, he vacated, championship. He held it for 238 days he had, so he had a good run going.
That's a good run.
Neck surgery. And then there's one other one out there.
And finally, I'm going to take a stab and say that it was another tag belt. It was the tag belt. I just don't know who.
It was not the tag belt. It was another women's. Paige was forced to vacate the NXT Women's Championship when the general manager at the time, JBL of NXT, he stripped her of the title because she moved up to the main roster after she won the Divas Championship, and JBL just wouldn't let her have both. So
makes sense.
She was the only woman to ever hold the NXT title and Divas title at the same time. And her reign was 308 days in NXT. So.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, she wasn't hurt. She just got caught, but she didn't give them up like the Viking Raiders. She was forced to.
Right.
Yeah, so there you go.
There we go. That's
the history of vacancies. Yeah.
History in vacancies. History in the making. You know why? Because SmackDown Live is coming at you, and Goldberg's going to be on. Okay, so they kept saying to us, like, for the first time ever, Goldberg will be on SmackDown Live. And I kept saying to myself, okay. And then, like, later on, they would say, for the first time ever, Goldberg, SmackDown. And I'm like, okay. Like I don't care that he's never been on SmackDown before, because I know he's, like, going to be here.
Yeah, it would be, he's just going to...
You know, it doesn't matter.
What he's going to do. He's just going to talk about the Undertaker.
We already know what's going to happen. Like, I don't care that it's the first time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways. But we're coming at you live from somewhere, maybe somewhere where they needed us to tell them that it was the first time, because we're just like 3 days away from the Saudi show. What's Goldberg going to say? Roman Reigns will probably be here.
It's his show. It's supposed to be his show.
So who knows? Will we see Charlotte Flair? Probably. We kick off, of course, with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods opening the show, showing their trip to Ghana and just how much of a great time they had. And it was great. That
was a good video. That was a good. Yeah, Kofi got emotional. He started crying a bit after. Like,
yeah,
he was there. Like the president was like talking about him and shit, and all the people loved him. It was great.
Yeah, it looked like a great thing for them to do. Great outreach program. Also, of course, though, that son of a bitch Dolph Ziggler has to interrupt. I'm going to assume because he's racist. I'll be honest.
No, he respects Kofi. It's not about him. It's just. It should have been me.
Should have been me. It should have been me showing off the title in Ghana. It should have been me.
Yeah.
And Kofi kind of claps back at him, saying, and showing a little video package. Whoever's editing the video packages, I think that's like my second favorite job after Fit Finley. Like Fit Finley controls the music, and then there's like some other WWE, like alum who edits all the video packages.
Yeah, they always do.
Because Kofi asked the video guy, like, "Hey, can you find all these footage of Ziggler succeeding and then failing?" And which makes a good point. And he's saying, Dolph Ziggler, he's like, "You had all these opportunities," and I'm listening, and I'm like, "Yeah, he has. He has had all these opportunities. He relinquished a title for no fucking reason at one point. So what should have been him?"
The Elimination Chamber match, I guess. It all started from there. The Gauntlet match. He should have been in that Gauntlet match.
It should have been in the Gauntlet. It should have been him. Anyways, I think he just kind of leaves, and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out because it's a wild card.
Wild card, bitches!
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't even know how it happened. It just sort of happened, and that's I think where we are at this point, where things are just sort of happening, and
it's got crazy.
We just got to kind of go, sure. Okay,
yeah. So
let's keep going.
Standard, Owens and Zayn versus Kofi and Xavier. Standard little tag, TV tag match. Kofi gets Trouble in Paradise on Sami for the win, but right after, Ziggler comes back out and attacks, and that's kind of that's what they got. But then, another wild card. We got Alexa Bliss for a special wild card moment of this.
Wild card, bitches!
Her non-wild card guest, Bayley. She does the coffee gimmick again. She gets fresh coffee bring out to her. She's like, "No, I can't. Don't ask me questions while we're waiting." But then Bayley's just rudely pushing her to start. So, eventually Bayley gets pissed off and smacks a coffee out of her hand or something.
Classic.
Yeah. And then Carmella interrupts. Because every moment of Bliss needs interruptions, right?
Right.
Mella wants the title shot next, but then Charlotte comes out. Like, come on, go away.
Come on, everybody. Where's Ember Moon?
That's what
Where's Ember Moon?
Kairi Sane, Asuka.
Where is that new women's tag match belt team? What the fuck is happening? Why can't we book a match without Charlotte Flair?
I hate it.
I just don't get it.
No
at
woman
this
could have
point.
any storyline without Charlotte coming out with her fucking.
And here's the thing, like she's good.
She's a good wrestler.
Like I'm
but
saying,
yeah.
I'm holding disdain towards someone who's actually really good.
Yeah.
Fucking,
They're making me not want to see her.
in this match that they end up doing later on in the show. I think like Bliss hits like a Panama Sunrise on Charlotte Flair. Like it hits a a good looking wrestling move. And just crazy shit. Anyways, we're gonna get the match. I think that's all that pretty much happens on this week's Moment of Bliss.
Yeah, it sets up a triple threat for later to decide the number one contender
For Stomping Grounds.
But yeah, But Carmella's got other things too. So backstage, she's talking to Truth, and then Shane McMahon calls her because Truth's apparently been using her phone or something. So
for some reason,
Truth's
check
like, hey,
checks
man,
out.
this title's ruining my life. So he's, Shane makes a match for R-Truth later, and he says that the 24/7 stip won't be there for that time. But yeah, we go back into the ring. Elias is there with his electric guitar, but then they cut to commercials, so we don't even get to see him play.
And then they come back, and I'm just thinking to myself, why the fuck would you? Like,
I'm like, why didn't we get to see him play? So they come
I
back,
wonder if
and
he
he's
played
in the ring.
during the commercial break there.
Probably, but yeah. He's in the ring. He's ready to fight. And the ring's surrounded by a bunch of men for the lumberjack match.
My favorite, but there was a lot of wild cards around here. I don't know if you were paying attention.
Well, 24/7 allows it, I think.
So I guess you're only a wild card like if you speak or if you like come down the entrance ramp like a normal person. So like EC3, No Way Jose, Matt Hardy, Titus O'Neil, they can just kind of like filter in and out.
I'm just here for the 24/7 title. That's
I'm not here to wrestle. I'm just here to chase R-Truth around like a fool. Oh my god.
But Shane says none of these lumberjacks can get a pin during the match. But yeah, afterwards it's still fair game. Mm-hmm. But Elias ends up getting a quick, easy win after he hits his own little V-trigger, a nice knee to the face, and he gets the pin. So new champ, Elias. But right after the match, all the lumberjacks, they get up on the apron, they surround him, they all swarm him. But amidst the chaos, he's able to sneak out and he gets under the ring. But Truth spots him and he crawls under. So he crawls under the ring together, and apparently there was they show it on Twitter later on the night. He hits him with a chair and he pins him underneath the ring. Truth crawls out. And
they showed the footage of what happened underneath.
Yeah,
that's funny.
He just bashes him
because you could hear it. You could hear smack 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So So it's allowed. It's false count anywhere. So Truth is a 3-time champ now, baby, or is it 4 times? I can't even keep up. He runs off the crowd with his belt. So there you go. Truth is still making me. I don't know. I don't mind. I don't mind the 24/7 title.
I guess, yeah, keep going, right? Well, if anything, it makes me like, okay, on the one hand, it makes me sad for No Way Jose that he has to go after that title. But on the other hand, it makes me happy because I'm not going to see it, because I'm never going to see all those guys get squashed by other shit going on. We're never going to see an EC3 squash match because he's going to be chasing this 24/7 title. We're never going to see Matt Hardy get squashed because he's always going to be chasing this title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of something else we're never going to see, Aleister Black's up next. Doing a little promo here.
Good one.
And he's saying, he's getting impatient too. But why is he waiting? He said he's waiting for someone to come knock on his door and challenge him. But why don't you go pick a fight? Come on.
See, I feel like this is the type of thing where, I feel like this is one of those things they just don't know how to use them yet.
Yeah.
So
well,
we're
one
just
thing they've been holding him off a bit, or he's not allowed to go to the Saudi Arabia show because of his tattoos and stuff. I think some of them have like religious symbols on.
Oh shit, that makes sense.
So he was told that not to come or something like that, or not allowed to go. So.
Or like you would have to cover up all your shit maybe or something.
Yeah, because I don't know. Either way,
man, I would love it if I worked for a company who was like, hey guys, you all have to go to Saudi Arabia, and then I'm like, fuck, and then eventually they're like, okay, you're not allowed to go to Saudi Arabia. I'd be so fucking thankful just for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but Shane O'Mac's going to Saudi Arabia, and here he is. He's here to call out Roman Reigns. Didn't we? They've already made the match. What's there to call out? Yeah, like why? We've already got the match. Everything's set. But here he is. He's got the Revival with him.
The wild card, and then Drew McIntyre wild cards.
Yeah, but then Roman comes out. The Revival goes after him, but he just brushes him away. But then Drew shows up out of nowhere, hits the Claymore, and then he throws him into the ring. Shane hits a spear again, so there you go.
See, the more of this Roman we see, like, I'm going to boo this guy every time. Because it has nothing to do with like them as the performer. It just has to do like how many times can you put someone in a shitty storyline and expect me to still come crawling back? You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I think they got nothing. No one, no interest in this feud.
No interest in this one. We are getting that number one contenders match though now, that triple threat.
Yes, Bliss versus Mella versus Charlotte. Winner gets to go to Stomping Grounds. And good to see Alexa back in the ring again.
Mm-hmm.
These injury things that keep popping up are a little worrying, but you know she had full contact here, so it was good. During the match, Mandy and Sonya come out to observe and eventually distract Carmella. And at one point, Charlotte had Carmella set up for like a power bomb off the top rope, but Carmella reverses it into a nice Frankensteiner. So good to see from her. Charlotte had Carmella in the figure eight, and Alexa hit her twisted bliss under Charlotte. But eventually, Sonya and Mandy do get involved. They grab Carmella. The distraction allows Bliss to hit her DDT for the win. So she's the new number one contender.
Number one contender. I think we haven't seen a Bliss Bayley. Have we seen Bliss Bayley before?
Years ago, like when Bayley first got called up. But they've been mostly separate for the last little while.
Good.
I don't know. I guess maybe I hope they keep Nikki Cross involved. I don't know. This is weird now because now I don't even know what show Bliss is supposed to be on. I guess she's supposed to be on Raw, but she just won a SmackDown number one contenders. So
is she supposed to be on Raw?
I think so because they said the moment of Bliss was part of the wild card this week's.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck is going on over
anyway,
there? And why is Sonya and Mandy just standing there? Oh my god. Okay. We have seen Bliss Bayley before. Yeah. I thought we did back in 2017. Okay.
Yeah. But keep Nikki Cross involved. It'll be a little, if she tries to help Bliss win or something.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Let's move on to Lars Sullivan again. See, I feel like this whole show was just yesterday's show again.
Well, I feel like they've been trying to interview this guy for a couple weeks now, but it hasn't been happening. So Kayla Braxton's in the ring again, and crowd's chanting boring at him, and Kayla's asking him questions.
Yeah, I didn't think that was deserved. I think he was doing it fine.
I don't know. I think he was. I don't think his promo was that great.
Okay.
He was just. It was weird. He talked about nightingales and lions stalking prey.
Yeah, well, so many of those big monster dudes, they have the same promo.
Yeah,
and
you call a lion a lion. My function is to hurt.
And I thought he did it just as well as he should have.
I mean, he did. Braun has a bit more charisma than him, and like when Braun says "get these hands," people buy into it.
I don't know. I don't know what it means, but people are buying into it. What does it mean?
He was
get these hands.
Well, I think it means like I'm going to get my hands on you. You're going to get these hands. I'm going to get my hands on you. I don't know. The crowd was catcalling this guy, and he started telling a nursery rhyme about 3 blind mice or something. I don't know. But he's going to fight the Luchas on Friday. That's what I do know. 3-on-1.
3-on-1. So we'll probably see Lars Sullivan go over in some way there. Next up, we're getting...
He's probably a hero over there in Saudi Arabia with those racist bastards.
There was one point in the promo where he says, you know what, there's one thing people have been calling me my whole life. And I say to myself, racist?
Racist. Yeah.
Racist?
There was one guy who had such a loud whistle that just kept fucking with him during the promo. Just
Good.
I loved it.
Good.
Yeah. All right. We had another little throwaway match after this. Andrade versus Apollo Crews. Or before the bell can even ring, Andrade beats him up. And then he hits his DDT, so no real match. But Finn Balor comes out to attack Andrade, but he gets beat up too. So
no real.
They have a title match on.
We're
Friday.
getting that for. I forgot.
We're getting the Demon. Apparently, the Demon versus the Andrade.
The Demon and the Andrade. Okay, that's cool. It sucks they haven't had a chance to build their feud, but again, if it's going to a throwaway,
I think they just want to get
show-
this show over with, and then they'll start building stomping grounds with some real feuds, even though that's only 2 weeks after. But
yeah.
They're saving all the good shit for SummerSlam. The good shit.
The good shit. Well, I guess. Oh my God. So I guess that was our wrestling main event, and now we have our actual
it wasn't
main
even
event,
a match though,
which is Goldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg does the thing when they bang on his door, and then he bursts out, and then he comes down, and then he's like, "I'm a family man, but you're not going to see that." And then we hear the dong. We get the
good
dong.
pop though. He got a good pop.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying no. Of course, you're gonna cheer for someone.
He's one of those legends who's like he's never really done anything bad to tarnish his image. He's always just kind of been. He's a good guy in real life, you know.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's a family man.
He's a humble man. He appreciates the crowd when they start chanting Gomer's like, "Oh, don't do this to me again." But eventually we did get the dong, the big long dong.
We get full dong,
the big black schlong dong.
We get it's a long dong. It's like dong.
Yeah.
And then when the second dong pops up, so does the Undertaker.
Yeah, pops up right behind him.
And then and then the third dong, and he's gone.
He didn't even hit him, did he? They just kind of stared at each other,
yep.
And then another dong, and
so
ding
do you
dong.
think he waited under the ring that entire time?
Usually they sneak you out. Like at one point during a transition, they'll have you like dressed up like with a sweater, like a camera guy, and you all walk out, and then one of you, I don't know.
Now, have you ever been at an event where they've faded to black and then someone's popped up?
Yeah, I forget who it was. There was one.
And what does it look like? Because on television,
I saw them come out from underneath the ring. I saw them. I don't remember seeing them going in, but I remember seeing them coming out from underneath the ring.
But could you make out? You couldn't make out who it was though.
If it's in blackness, no, you can't.
Yeah. So until they turn,
you can just see like a body. Yeah.
So you're like, oh shit, somebody's coming, and then you're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Unless it's Naomi with her like boots on, her glow.
And also, I don't think she's the type of person who's coming into like that kind of pop. You know, like I don't think.
No. But remember when they did that at Double or Nothing? It was kind of weird. No one really knew who the guys were during the lights out spot. That tag.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. See, WWE would never do that though. They would never.
No, if they're doing it, it's a big deal.
Exactly, it's something.
It doesn't have to be the Undertaker, but it's someone. It could be Sting.
It's a big thing that's going to happen. Well, yeah. Well, he has the car.
Oh yeah. Kane has the fire, but yeah. Anyways, Goldberg tells him to bring his jock strap and tighten up because it's going to be a ride.
And that's what it will be. Presumably the main event. I think it's the one that's on like the poster.
Yeah. Did you notice that SmackDown kind of ended like 3 minutes early, so they just kind of ran promos for the end. They just like showed every match for Super Showdown.
No, I don't.
I didn't watch it.
I don't think I did.
Yeah,
I don't think I did.
But
that was our SmackDown Live though. That was it.
Is that? That's now they're off to Saudi Arabia. Some of them are not welcome. They're staying home. I heard that they still get a cut of the money though. So hopefully
still get a cut. So who's
Lacey Evans can sit at home and sip lemonade all weekend. She deserves it.
Who's taking the battle royal, and how do we think it's going to work? I think those are really the hottest takes from Saudi Arabia. How are we making a 50-man over the rope battle royal work?
Yeah, because you assume pretty much everyone that's not on the main thing is in it.
Yes.
And there'll be some surprises. There'll be a legend or two. Who knows? Maybe Kane will show up again. Or. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's no hype, no build to it, and we have no idea the rules of it. If they're really going to start 50 men in the ring at once, that's insane.
What if they make a bigger ring? Is that outside the realm?
War games? They do war games. They have 2 rings, and then you can go back and forth. You get thrown out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
But yeah, I have no idea who's going to win this because it really doesn't mean anything. Hopefully not like Braun Strowman. Or I guess Braun Strowman's not in it. I don't know. Fucking Ricochet or something?
Yeah, sure. Fucking Ricochet or something, sure.
A babyface? I don't know. A babyface?
Sure. What about Mustafa Ali? Would they like him over there?
I don't know. Where's his ethnicity?
What's Mustafa Ali's thing?
Is he the good kind or the bad kind according to them? I don't know.
Well, according to I mean, so what? He's he's from Bolingbrook, Illinois. But I think that's not what the answer you're looking for.
Yeah, where is his grandparents from?
They're from New Delhi.
New Delhi.
India. Are India and Saudi Arabia cool?
I do not know. But, well, Saudi Arabia's not cool. But
yeah. I mean, like, folks, that was it. That was it. That was all we got.
We pretty much covered all the other. We still got 10 minutes till the basketball game.
We still have 10 minutes to the basketball game.
More like 20 after the intros and.
Do you have anything to put over?
Do you?
I do.
Okay, I've got a little something.
Hell yeah, let's go.
got?
What I have to put over, you can find tons of free wrestling matches on YouTube from like companies other than WWE. You can find lots of stuff from like Impact, PWG,
even WWE sometimes.
Even WWE sometimes. That's true. But
lots of good stuff.
I'm putting over a match that I watched a couple days ago because I knew it was going to be a lot of fun, and it totally was. It was a free match from a few months ago from Beyond Wrestling, which between Colt Cabana and my new favorite Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy.
It's
I've been seeing a lot of shit from him pop up.
It's a lot of fun. There's this spot where like he's holding a beer the whole match. And that's like the thing, and then the beer never spills. I don't know. It's a lot of fun, and every time when Orange Cassidy does his when he does his thing, when he's like doing like the little baby kicks and stuff like that, it's really funny that he still kind of slaps his leg. There's one where he's doing like he's going like kick, but and then he kind of like comes back, and then as if he's going up for the super kick, and it's just a little like tap, just a little tap on the thigh. Check it out, Colt Cabana, Orange Cassidy, Beyond Wrestling.
Yeah, no, Orange Cassidy. I've been seeing just a bunch of clips from all his different things pop up, and he's just hilarious.
Hilarious.
And then it's every once in a while he starts trying too, and
he can
he starts hitting some real moves.
He can do
it's
enough
like his character.
stuff. Like if you need to roll him up or Dragon Rana or something, he can do it and then kind of get back up and be all cool.
Yeah,
it's something. It's something.
All right. Yeah, so I'm going to put over this little video. I can send it to you later, but I'll just tell you the gist of it. Fit Finley, our boy Fit Finley. I don't know if you've ever seen this clip. It's like a little shoot interview, and he's talking about like people when they would like talk to him about wrestling being fake and shit like that. So he tells a little story. He's like, "Oh, I said a little guy and his friend come up to me, and he's like, 'Hey Finley, wrestling's fake.' He's like, 'Oh, really now?' So he grabs him by the thumb, and he just starts breaking it like a chicken bone. And just listening to Finley tell this story, he's like, I start singing a song, and he's screaming, and his friend's laughing. He doesn't know what's going on. He's like, I must have broken 100 thumbs over the years. Just a funny story of our boy Fit Finley. I just can picture him singing an Irish tune with a drink in his hand while he's breaking this guy's thumb.
He's just destroying this motherfucker.
Oh, daddy boy.
The pipes are calling.
And his buddy's there thinking it's all a joke. He thinks wrestling's fake. So he's like, oh, Finley just... But there you go. Fit Finley. Attaboy.
Fit Finley, Orange Cassidy, Colt Cabana. We cannot say enough things about you. Okay, so we have one more thing to do before we cut it out for this week of wrestling, finally. And that is the Wrestler of the Week.
It's the Wrestler of the Week. Wrestler of the Week. Of the Week. Of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week. Of the Week. Of the Week. Wrestler of the Week. Of the Week. Of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week.
Of course, we like to do this every week. Every week. Which is good on us. For many weeks now. Of course.
Some weeks, some segments don't make the cut, but this is one that's there every single week.
Consistency. Mike, I'll kick it off first here. Mike, folks at home, I think you know who my Wrestler of the Week is going to be. Yeah. Adam Cole, Bay.
Yeah, I got the same pick. You got to give it to him.
You got to give it to him. We love him. He's so good at it. He's just so good at professional wrestling. You can't not love it.
And he's your second ever Triple Crown NXT champion. He's won all 3 titles.
Very cool, very cool. And the first 3 titles of many. This guy's going to win a lot of titles, folks. You heard it. You heard it here, first. Adam Cole's going to win a lot.
We're pumped to see. We have very, very high vested interest in the next upcoming takeover. So hopefully a big feud, big match for Adam Cole defending that belt. Who knows? Maybe they'll get like the first Hell in a Cell match at TakeOver.
Oh my God, the first.
Maybe something crazy just for us.
Something. That'd be a lot of fun. Mike. This week was a lot of fun in professional wrestling. I can't wait to hear more Mox talk.
Yes.
We'll try to find AC Dirt. Of course, there's always AEW updates happening. We got all sorts of stuff. So stick around next week.
Yeah. There's some other guys that are supposed to make some new segments too, aren't they?
Some other guys are trying to make the cut for the show.
We've been too busy. We've been so jam-packed.
So busy, and of course we know we have to talk about the Saudi Arabia show. I might watch it. I'm gonna watch the 50-man over the top battle royal.
Yeah,
just
there's
so I can
definitely there'll be some parts that you can kind of skim through, like Lashley Strowman. Does that really matter?
No. But yeah, so we're going to be there, folks, or we're going to be right back here recording the Street Brothers podcast next week. Is that all you got, Mike? That's all I got.
Go Raptors. Go Raptors.
Go, baby.
Big
Go
game.
Raps, go. We got game 5, or game 3 in
Game
5
3 right now.
at
We can
9 in the 6.
Yeah.
There you go.
Raps in 5. There you go. Is that what you're saying?
I was saying game
I'm saying Raps in 5.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Raps in 5. I'd love that. Raps in 7.
Game 5 in Toronto. What, you're saying you're going to Game 5 in Toronto?
No, I was saying game 3 in 5.
Okay. Yes.
At 9
In 5.
in the 6.
Okay.
But it's not in the 6. It's in the Bay. Right? So
Yeah,
Bay.
it
It all comes back. Adam Cole.
Bay.